Sam, please welcome Chase Nealand, Karen Dix, Ken Kriebel, Sotiri Venegas, David McKinley, Andy Ramsey, Angela Colvin, Peter Colvin, Nathaniel Colvin, and Trace Scavetti. It's time for the Central Squares. Wait. I don't know that there's...
Hi. Okay. And here's the host of Central Squares, Andrea Williams.
And every host needs a great co-host. May I introduce Mr. Cayman Scavetti. Hello, Squares. Hello. I understand that each of you are representing community groups at Central, right? All right. In case that term has not had sticking power yet, that encompasses Central Sunday school classes, Bible studies, and small groups. Let's see who we've got here. Ken, let's start with you. Which community group are you involved with?
The potpourri class.
Okay, feel free to pass your microphones back and forth when you're talking, okay? Let's try it again.
The potpourri class.
All right.
Sunday school class.
Who's here from the potpourri class today? Woo-hoo! All right. And what does the name of your Sunday school class symbolize?
Well, the word potpourri is a gathering of almost anything.
There you go.
So everybody's welcome, all right?
That's right. They struggled. They thought about naming it the hodgepodge class or the mixed bag class, but I think potpourri is nicer. Karen, you are representing a combination of two groups, right?
That would be correct.
Okay, and what are those two groups?
Lamps and Wednesday morning ladies Bible study are joining together this year.
Woo-hoo! All right, raise your hands if you're with those Bible studies. There we go. Awesome. Okay, Chase, can you tell us about the uniqueness of your group?
Well, about a year and a half ago, several of us got together and we decided that it would be a good idea if we started a small group prayer and sharing opportunity. So we now have 9 members of that group, and we get together on Monday in the evening. We're doing it, we initially did it before COVID. We did it at our house, person to person. But then COVID came along. I guess it's longer than a year and a half, huh? COVID came along and we started to do it electronically, and that's how we're still operating now. My guess is we'll go back to in-person fairly soon, probably in the winter. What we do is we get together and we study a book. We pick a book. This book, Distorted Images of God, is one of 50 or 60 different choices that you can make. And we decide as a group which little books we're going to get. And when the meeting starts, we all go around and give what we call a weather report, which is how are we doing, what's important in our lives, what are our spiritual concerns, how are our spiritual lives going, and then we get into the book material, and after that we talk about our prayer wishes, our prayer concerns for the week, and then we close in prayer. And we've been doing this for quite a while now.
That is great. Karen, Share and prayer and share group. They have to have a lot of patience with me because I get them mixed up with the Care and Share shop in Souderton. So, all right, Andy, tell us what you're involved in.
I'm involved with the men's Bible study on Saturday morning. We meet year-round, 9 a.m. We do all sorts of different things. Mostly, we're working directly with the Bible as our book, and we will work through a book of the Bible and then choose a new one, and we take our time with it. We just finished Colossians. But before that, we worked through the book of Psalms, and it took us 2 or 3 years to get through all the Psalms. So we just work at our own pace, and yeah, it's a nice time. But we have a time of prayer and a sort of a time of sharing, and it's just an edifying experience where we work together on these things.
Fantastic. And you don't want to miss giving a shout out to your lovely wife, Amy, who is also going to be involved in a new class, correct?
Amy, would you like to come up here and tell us about your new class?
No, you can tell for Amy. She's had a lot going on this morning. 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning, thank you.
Starting October 9th. Okay, fantastic. Now you can pass the mic. Okay, the Reverend Doctor. You also can be said to represent several groups. Some of them are shorter term, like the new members class or the catechetical classes, and some of them are longer term, like the pastor's study class on Sunday morning, right?
Right.
So besides the obvious privilege of being taught by our handsome pastors, what is the other special feature of this class?
The pastor's class?
Yes.
Well, it's made up of a potpourri. We got that name from somewhere. A potpourri. We stole it. That's right. Different leaders leading on a variety of different topics. We go through book studies. We also have special one-off times as we experienced this summer. We've had Dr. Patrick Casey, who was raised in the church, talk about C.S. Lewis on a few occasions. We've had special missionaries speak over Zoom presented to us. We've gone through book studies like Dane Ortland's book on knowing Jesus. It's been a great time. New members class, we try to run that a couple of times a year, divided up into 2 sections of one, Introduction to Central, which meets a couple of different times, just getting to know the church. We talk about the history. We talk about the events that are taking place in the life of the church. Then the second section is Christianity 101, which is a systematic study of the Apostles' Creed, the 10 Commandments, and the Lord's Prayer, because every Christian should know what those things are and how they apply to our lives. So, and then the catechetical class will begin after the first of the year and run for a number of weeks, and I love teaching our young people because they must have refreshments, and of course I like refreshments too, so.
All right, so David, what I was really hoping you would say is it is the only class on Sunday morning on Zoom.
It is the only class on Sunday morning on Zoom.
Fantastic.
So, yeah.
All right. So Thierry, tell us who you are representing today.
Hello, everyone. I'm representing the Young Women's Bible Study. We meet once a week, Monday nights throughout the year. And we normally have young women who are fresh seniors in high school and also a couple of years in college as well. And we usually meet in Lansdale at Leslie Cease's home. And we do opening prayer, we do some fellowship, and we also do some diving in the Bible as well. And we do some fun things like bowling and meeting and doing ice cream socials as well.
Fantastic. Right. That's great. You can keep it in your row. It's okay. All right. Trace, so great that you're here. What group are you representing this morning?
From what the paper I got said, the youth group, so.
That's right.
Should I explain the youth group a little bit?
Sure.
I mean, people should go there. I mean, a lot of people here, you should be going to the youth group. It's fun. Unless you're too old to go to the youth group.
Don't look at me.
But basically, there's food, which is bonus, and you can play basketball, and there's usually a game before. They have a mini sermon type thing, and then we will talk about that in groups that they usually split up between boys and girls. And then you go home, but you get to talk with people that you can make your friends, and there's food, as I said, so.
Very important. And Trace, when is the kickoff for Wired and Crave?
Today.
Tonight.
Well, tonight, yes,
Yeah.
but today.
Woo! All right. That's great. Okay, Peter.
So, Andrea, this square has actually been purchased by the Schwenkies because they wanted me to recruit. They said the current left fielder is a few steps slow, and that's me, so that's awkward. Also awkward is that I'm talking about the Thursday night virtual small group because Nathaniel thinks that we go to bed at the same time he does, so.
Oh.
But Angela and I have been hosting a Thursday night virtual small group for, I guess, about a year now. And the way this group is set up is that we'll do a small group study for 8 to 10 weeks, depending on the curricula, and then we'll switch over to something else. Originally, this was started over Zoom because, one, of the pandemic, of course, but then also, two, it's just an easier way for those with children to be able to participate in a community group and not have to worry about childcare. That being said, you don't have to have kids. Depending on the topic, we've opened it up to people of all ages and status. Some of our themes have been addressing topics like Christian marriage and how can we have healthy Christian marriages? How can we have healthy Christian relationships with our children? Other ones have been studying the books of the Bible. For example, we did Ephesians earlier in the spring. We're going to be starting Philippians at the end of the month. We do close the group after we start for the duration of the study, just so there's a sense of, I think, confidentiality and people really being able to open up within the group. But then, the group will reopen when we're ready to move on to another study. But the format really is we start at 8:30. We start sharp because by 10 o'clock we're all ready for bed. But there's some sharing time. How have you seen God working in your life? They're sharing about prayer needs. We'll read the scripture together, and then usually there's about a 12-minute video that we use that we'll all watch together, and then the last 40 minutes or so is a discussion on the video. So we do hope you'll join us. Our fall study on Philippians is open to anybody. Just email me, and we'll make sure you get signed up.
Excellent. Okay. Angela, oh my goodness, we love this girl. You lead 2 special groups, right?
Yes.
Yes, and can you tell us about them just a little bit?
All right, so should we talk about Awana first? All right, do you want to tell them a little bit about Awana?
The assistant here.
So Awana, so we usually meet like Wednesday nights, and so first we
It's hard because we haven't done it since May, so you're gonna have trouble. Can you remember what's your favorite part of Awana?
So game time.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And who is the game guy?
So I'll pass the mic over to this game guy.
Oh, you can just point
So
to it.
it's this guy right here.
All right. Game guy.
All right, so as Nathaniel said, Awana meets on Wednesday nights. We'll be having our kickoff, not this week, but the following week on Wednesday, September 21st. It does run the same night as Children's Choir, so a lot of our Awana members come here first for Children's Choir at 5:30, and they end at 6:20 so that they can get over to the community center at 6:30. It's for ages 3 through 5th grade, and we do separate the 3, 4, and 5-year-olds are together, kindergarten through 2nd grade, and then 3rd through 5th. And as Nathaniel said, we had game time. This year we'll be bringing back snack, which I think everyone will be excited for. And then they have their small group time with their handbook, and then large group time, and we focus on memory verse. Learning different verses from the Bible. And what we could really use are a few more adult volunteers to help us out. We're sort of have a very small crew so far, so if you would be interested in helping us, I would appreciate that. The kids would appreciate it. You'll have lots of fun. And it's just, again, it starts at 6:30, it's just to 8. Even if you can't help out every week, if you could help out occasionally or even be a sub, that would be very helpful. Do you have something else you want to share? All right, so that's Awana. Real quick, this is not what Mrs. Williams wants me to talk about, but VBS, we had VBS, so he has his shirt on, and you heard, saw some of the kids do the song. You know, it had been a couple months since VBS, so they had to remember it. All right, the other thing is Children's Sunday School, which is for ages 2 up through 5th grade. We have it during traditional and contemporary services. And this year, all ages will be doing the same curriculum, the Gospel Project. So no matter what class they're in, they'll be learning the same lesson. We just have different activities based on the ages. And we could always use volunteers. If at this point for the fall, if we could just use a few subs. But if you'd like to get on the schedule for the spring, that would be great. Again, it's just once a month, and usually you're teaching with someone else too. And it's lots of fun, right? Yeah. All right. Oh.
I'm going to steal the mic. And
What happens
I
when you're
think
the
the other thing
moderator.
that we could really use is, you know, some of you may have, like, say, grandkids in the area. You know, we could really use some more children in the program. You know, the ones that we have, the children love it. They're very dedicated. Their parents are very dedicated. But, you know, there's always a lot more excitement the more participants we have. And so, you know, we have some grandparents who bring their kids. That's great. We love to have more of that. You know, even if maybe their family isn't attending our church, you know, even if they're going to another church, but their church doesn't have a kids program, we'd love to, you know, make that relationship with them.
Okay, let's hear it for our squares. And I'd like to call our contestants forward, please, because we're going to focus on you for a moment. So don't be shy. Please come forward. Yeah, that's you. All right. Our Mrs. O in Central Squares is Diane Cestrone. Diane is one of 3 sisters who normally sit together in a pew with their husbands on a Sunday morning. She's married to Jean and is an amazingly talented lady with people, with sewing, quilting, and I'm sure many, many other things. Diane, you yourself are involved in some community groups, right?
That I am.
Okay.
I attend Schmooze, News, and Views.
Right.
Every other Tuesday night. I attend the Women's Bible Study on Wednesday morning. And I tolerate the Sunday school class that Roger leads.
Ooh, the enmity begins. Okay. You'll get your turn. All right, our Mr. X is, wait. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Enmity?
I'm just kidding. Rivalry.
I don't even know what that word means.
Rivalry, okay.
Yeah, I'm been involved with a family circle class from the mid-1900s. You know, it's funny, when I got married, we decided it was easier to stay home and read the Inquirer in the morning. And we got children and said we need to have a change of opinion. So a bunch of us were in that same category. We got back together and became the family circle class. And now our children have become parents themselves, and now it's the circle of life, I guess, that has occurred from The Lion King. Pastor David will be singing that song at the conclusion of our program,
So you don't want to leave.
like Phil Collins.
That's right. That's right. He's been practicing.
So you're welcome to come. You don't have to be there from the 1900s, but new people are always welcome.
All right. Fantastic. Let's hear it for our contestants. All right. Ladies first. So, contestants, you're going to pick different people and try to get an X or an O on that squares to do like tic-tac-toe. Diane, who would you like to choose?
I am going to choose Andrea Colvin.
Angela. Is that what you said? Angela?
And I did say Angela.
Andrea and Angela are pretty much interchangeable, we have found, right? All right. Is Moises in the room? There he is. I see him. Now, Angela was at one time a Spanish teacher, correct?
Correct.
All right. So, Angela, if we wanted to tell Moises, you are a really wonderful man and we appreciate you in his native tongue, what would we say? She's consulting. Maybe we'll break it up.
Okay.
You are a really wonderful man.
Tú eres un hombre fabuloso.
And we appreciate you.
Y lo agradecemos mucho.
Okay, so Diane, you have to say whether you agree with Angela or disagree.
You're no help. I thought you were my friend. I am going to agree.
You are correct. All right, so Angela gets an O.
Wait a minute. You said wonderful. I heard fabuloso. That can't be the same word.
There are multiple ways to express that. And listen, I am the queen, so you do not disagree with me, okay?
We'll see.
All right. So, Roger, it's your turn. Who would you like to choose?
I'll take Napoleonic Wars for 400.
Wrong game.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'll go with Paul Lynde in the center. Pastor David.
David, all right. David, I just want a yes or no answer. Don't say anything else. You know who,
Right.
Do you know who Lamar Hunt is? All right, that's it. Stop right there. All right, now, David, which of the following are true about Lamar Hunt? A, he purchased the Dallas Texans. B, he is credited with founding the AFL. C, he coined the term Super Bowl. D, all of the above.
All the above. D.
Do you agree or disagree?
He is also the brother of Kareem Hunt. You probably didn't know. I agree.
All right, you got it. So an X for Paul Lynde there. Diane, your move.
Mr. Chase Newland.
Mr. Chase. All right. Which of the following Worcester landmarks are mentioned in the National Register of Historic Places? Is it A, Marymead Farm, B, Central Schwenkfelder Church, of course, C, the Peter Wentz Homestead, or D, Bravo's Pizza? Do you need them again, or are you good?
I'm good.
All right.
It's the Peter Wentz farmhouse.
Well, I would agree for the Peter Wentz farmstead.
Yes.
Farmstead.
Oh,
Yes.
the
All
homestead.
right, you got it. An O for Mr. Chase. Okay, Roger.
I would like to buy a vowel. No? I guess I have to go with Mr. Ramsey.
Mr.
For the
Ramsey.
block.
Okay. Let me see how we're doing here. All right. I need helpers to tell. Someone just tell me if someone's won, because it's hard for me to kind of see everything. Other than the contestants. All right, Andy, your daughter, Grace, has excelled in a particular sport during her time in college, probably in high school as well. Is it A, rings, B, curling, C, javelin, or D, swimming? You need them again, or are you good?
Okay, Andrea. It is the javelin.
Okay. Agree or disagree?
An instrument also thrown by my son. I agree.
All right, you got it. Did we get it? Someone's going to tell me. Tara, can you tell me when there's a win here, okay? Thank you. All right, Diane, back to you.
Okay. I have to go over here to block? Is that what you think?
No helping from the squares.
I guess I'll go with Soteri. Is that a good idea?
Soteri. All right. Soteri. Our church's podcast, Centrally Speaking, is going into its 4th season. Recently, Lot Tuma was interviewed about her family when they fled Cambodia. How is Lot related to you? There's no multiple choice.
No multiple choice. She is my sister.
Your sister. Okay, Diane, do you agree or disagree?
I am actually going to disagree.
You are correct. All right.
I believe in Anne.
I think it's an ant. Yes, very good. Okay, Roger.
I would like to phone a friend.
Yeah, do you have a friend?
That's not nice.
Now that's enmity.
Yeah,
that's
right.
enmity.
That's right. That's right.
Right there. That's a good example. I guess I'll go with Karen.
Karen? All right. Karen is an excellent Bible teacher. In the Bible, who was the father of Jezreel, No Mercy, and Not My People? Was it A, Saul, B, Hosea, C, King Ahab, or D, Nehemiah?
I'm going with Ahab. I like that name.
All right, King Ahab. Agree or disagree, Roger?
Questions, and I get this one?
Someone in Karen's class might know the answer.
I'll agree with Karen.
I'm sorry, but Diane gets that square, so you do an O.
And I know the answer.
What is the answer, Diane?
Hosea.
Hosea. All right. Yeah, you got to be, sometimes these squares can be tricky, so watch out.
I will not be showing up at the women's Bible study.
They are all relieved. All right, Diane.
Yay, Ken.
Ken. All right, Ken. Is it for the win?
Yeah.
Okay.
Help me out
Ken.
here,
Ken. Sam, can you help us out a little bit? Can you get ready for this question, please? He said yes. Ken, we are going to play a musical selection for you, and then I'm going to give a multiple choice to ask you to choose the name of the piece. This is featuring a trombone, so listen for a moment.
That's it.
No.
That's it. No, that's it. He's got to get. I can name that tune in one note. Go ahead, Ken. It's playing now.
Okay, that's great. All right, is it A, the trombone meets the bumblebee? Is it B, the B movie, Fast Forward? Is it C, Rapido? Is it D, Tornado?
Well, it wasn't too hard because the trombone was very good. I have to go with the bumblebee.
The trombone meets the bumblebee.
A.
A.
She has no idea. She's just going to guess.
That's okay.
Well, it sounded like a bumblebee to me, so I'm going to agree.
You're going to agree. You got it. All right. We have a winner for round one, Mrs. Cestrone. Okay. Now we're going to have a slight commercial break. Stay where you are. We have a slight commercial break. All right. We ready, assistant?
I think so. Okay. I think it's working. Yeah. Yeah? Do I start? Imagining having a utter comfort of eating a delectable meal which you have skillfully prepared off a collector's dream Central Schwenkfelder plate. Alongside your mouth-watering dinner stands a steaming cup of your favorite hot drink kept at the ideal temperature, but never lukewarm for at least 2 minutes by this ergonomically designed central mug. While enjoying your feast beautifully served, you have an amazing choice of books to read, written by your own Dr. Drake. One for growing deeper in your biblical knowledge, and one for expanding your knowledge of missions around the world. You pause to digest both the meals in your books, and you turn your head to the brilliant fire in the fireplace. Then your eyes drift over to the mantle where you can display this exquisite reminder of your church home. Joy abounds, and comfort too, as all this can be enjoyed in a luxurious central t-shirt woven with cotton that is over 3,000 times softer than a chinchilla. This amazing basket is worth more than 369 Danish kroners. Can be all yours.
Round two. All right, shall we give Roger the ability to go first this time?
I will allow it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I would like to play Plinko.
That's in the other church.
Oh.
All right, Roger, who do you choose?
I'm going to go with Karen, see if she does it to me again.
Karen. Okay. Karen, you have two daughters who have attended Grove City College. Am I right about that?
That's correct.
And did you yourself attend there?
No.
Okay. All right, where did you go?
Baptist Bible College in Clark Summit, Pennsylvania.
That's why she's so clever. There we go. All right, Grove City is a great school. It was founded in 1876. In that year, what was the age of its founder? It was a man. Hold tight. I'm going to give you options. Was he 52? That's A. B, was he 42? C, was he 32? D, was he 22?
Well, I didn't know him personally, but I'm guessing he was 32.
32. All right. Roger, agree or disagree?
You know, it's amazing. That's the only college in Pennsylvania that I don't know the age of the founder of.
Do you sleep sleep ever?
Who do you think buys the almanacs? That's me. Oh, I don't know. 32 seems pretty young, right? But back in those days, 32 was old. I don't know.
They're really smart, those Grove City people.
See, that's the problem. My daughter-in-law went there. That takes me the other way, you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
I'll agree.
I'm sorry. She got you again. He was 22.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
22.
22. That's unbelievable. All right, Diane, who's your square?
Okay. David.
David. All right, David. I would imagine that one thing that ministers fear or dread is people falling asleep during their sermons. But this happened to the Apostle Paul, so if it happens to you, you're in good company at least. What was the name of the boy who fell asleep when Paul was preaching and fell out of a window? This is multiple choice. Was it A, Clement, B, Eutychus, C, Gaius, D, Rufus? Oh, no, all the above.
I'm going to say B.
B, Eutychus.
Eutychus.
Diane?
Now, we did this in Bible study. Tough one, but I'm going to agree.
You're going to agree? You got it.
Oh.
Now, Roger, that was not a particularly easy question.
Those of you in the audience who knew that, put your hand up. 1, 2, 3. Liar. 4, 5. Okay.
Okay. All right. Who are you choosing?
I guess I'm stuck with Mr. Schwenke there.
Oh.
I got it.
Okay, Mr. Schwenke, where are you? Here we go. All right. A Scottish question. A common morning greeting in some parts of Scotland is Fus your deuce. What does that mean? Is it A, how did you sleep last night? B, how are your pigeons? C, how is the oat crop expected to be this year? Or D, do you like haggis?
The correct answer is A.
How did you sleep last night?
Well, the other 3 seem so reasonable. I don't know why I wouldn't pick them, but I guess I'll agree with Peter, the Scottish guy.
I am so sorry.
Foos my deuce.
Okay,
All
another
right,
poll. How many knew that? Yeah, you again, right? I got it.
Fus you deuce literally means how are your pigeons? And the correct answer is ach, I pecken. Who knew that? Who said that? All right.
Says a lot about the people of Scotland.
That's right. That's right. They are charming.
I see why your dad came here now. Get away from the pigeons.
Okay, Diane.
That's a win. That's a win.
Oh, it's a win!
No, wait, whoa. No, you gotta win it.
No. Oh, that's right. That's right.
Now I know it's rigged. They gave it to her.
That's correct. You cannot flip the opposite on the win. I'm sorry. Thank you for reminding me of that. So great, but you don't get anything for it. Okay. All right. So now it is your turn.
I guess I'll choose Peter.
Our trust has been broken. Well, in Gaelic.
Did you want this to be easy? Oh. All right. It has been said, Peter, that the founder of Merck was a neighbor of someone else who was famous. Who was this neighbor? Was it A, Theodore Roosevelt, B, Thomas Edison, C, Norman Rockwell, or D, George Gershwin?
Well, Merck originated in New Jersey, so I'm going to go with Thomas Edison.
Thomas Edison. Sorry, it's you.
It's me. It makes sense to me. So
Okay,
I'm
she
going
agrees.
to agree.
Oh boy, I'm so nervous.
You're right. All right, so that's a win.
I thought Menlo Park was up in Percy.
All right, we're taking another commercial break from our sponsor, Reverend Julian Scavetti.
This is going to be a brief commercial break. See somebody running to the back, I guess, for more food. Water? Okay. Community groups at Central. Building community to go into the community. I encourage everyone here to join a community group. We just had some wonderful advertising from community group leaders up here participating in the Hollywood Squares. There is another group that I would like to mention to you that meets on Thursday evenings, or is going to be starting to meet on Thursday evenings. It's not an online virtual group like that of the Colvins, but this is an in-person group. And this is going to be led by Lisa Sipe and Matt Sipe, and it's going to feature a series by Dr. David Jeremiah. So that is going to be coming with some more details in the future. Now I would like to hand things over to Reverend David McKinley.
I thought I would slip myself a piece of candy. Evidently, it's been there a while because it's extra tough. Trace, would you please come forward? Trace, I'm going to present you with your Bible. And this is a ESV Student Study Bible, which means that it's got a lot of great notes along with the text of Scripture. And
write my own, right?
Pardon me?
I can still write my own?
Sure, you can write your own.
Sweet.
I just want to encourage you. You know, I watched a film recently in which this gentleman said that young people, now more than ever before, need to digest Scripture into their minds and hearts today more than ever before, because you are bombarded with all kinds of things, whether it be at school, whether it be on social media, whatever. You need God's thoughts towards you and toward others. And so the only way that you can adopt God's thoughts towards you and towards others is to be in the Scriptures. And so I want to give that to you today, giving all of our ninth graders a Bible. That's yours. I hope that you read it every single day. Yes, make notes in it. Make it your own. It's the most important book that'll ever be in your personal library. Let me pray for you that you would do that, okay? Lord, I just thank you for Trace, and I thank you for his faith. I thank you that he's a leader among his peers. I pray that you'd bless him now as he receives this Bible, that he would be encouraged to read it every day and to follow you. We give you all the praise. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you, man.
Can you hear me? There we go. So Hollywood Squares, or Central Squares, is normally 3 rounds. We do have a clear winner, but the question is, do we want to give Roger a chance to win 1 round? Yes? Woo! Come on, step forward, step forward. You all right? Okay, all right.
I've imparted all my wisdom to Luke.
All right. I think so. All right, so Diane, come on back. So let's let Roger go first, right? Because we want to encourage him. We want Joanne to have a good afternoon.
He's looking up the answers on his phone.
Yeah, no phones allowed. Oops. All right, Roger. Which one
Like to
would you-
pass. Player pass? I'll pass.
No, you're not passing.
Try the new Bible guy there.
There
Trace.
you go, Trace. All right.
Yay!
Okay, Trace. Which of the following is not a rapper?
Oh.
Not a rapper. I have multiple.
This is
choices.
right in my,
This
right
is
up my
right in
alley.
your wheelhouse.
Perfect.
Yeah, exactly. A, Drake. Not mine. Not my father-in-law either.
I'm pretty sure Drake's not a rapper, yeah.
He tries, but you know. B, Andy Minnow. C, No Big Deal. D, Lecrae.
Oh, well, what's his name? The D.
B,
Answer B.
Andy Minnow.
Yeah.
Okay, he says B, Andy Minnow.
That's such a lie. It's such a lie, Cayman. Don't even lie to me right now. I know this.
Okay. Are you going to trust a young person who knows rap?
I have the Bible. That helps.
I guess I'll agree with him. I have no idea.
You are correct. The rapper's name is Andy Mineo, not Minnow.
And you knew that?
Yep.
Yeah, all right. Them's that look up the questions know the answers.
That's right. Well, them has to prepare the questions. Okay. Diane.
Go with Karen. She knows all the answers.
We have the same mindset. I'm going to go back to where I started with Angela.
Angela. Okay. All right, Angela, this is a tough one.
Oh, thanks.
For a number of years at Central, the children in Sunday school enjoyed an unconventional snack that involved pretzels. Can you describe what that was? I don't have any multiple choice for you. But you know that pretzels are part of it. Five seconds.
All right, I vaguely remember hearing something odd. Although it's not just the children of Central who do this, but I believe they like to dip their pretzels in the water when they eat them.
Okay, dipping pretzels in the water. Diane, agree or disagree?
I have seen that happen, but I'm going to disagree.
You are correct. You are really close. It's not nice light effects, guys. It's not water. It is what? Not orange juice. Orange drink. And I think maybe from Freddie Hill. All right, good job. Roger, see, you're
I
getting an edge here.
don't think they dipped them. I think they floated them in there. That's what I remember, right? You floated them in there.
Maybe. All
Yeah,
right,
oh,
Roger.
yeah.
You really lost out, Trace. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh,
that's
true.
true.
True. This is true. All right.
I guess I'm back to Phil Collins in the center.
All right, David. What did Elijah ask for from the poor widow of Zarephath? A, directions to the nearest inn. B, the evening paper. C, bread and water. D, her Wi-Fi code.
I'm going to go with C, bread and water.
C or D, I don't know which one to go with. I'll agree.
Agree. You are right.
Yay!
Very good.
No, Thank you, David, but it's an X, yes.
Okay, Diane.
How about Luke? We haven't heard from him.
Ooh, Luke, what happened to your dad? Okay. Your sister, I'm reframing this now, okay? Your sister Ruby went on a mission trip this year. Where did she go? Don't tell me. It's multiple choice. Hold tight. A, Namibia. B, Zambia. C, Kenya. D, Uganda.
I'm going to go with B, Zambia.
B, Zambia.
I am going to agree.
You are right. Well done. Well done. Luke, you're doing awesome. Okay, Roger.
And what's your sister's name? That'll be the next one.
So many. So many to choose from. All right.
Well, since you don't want Chase, I guess I won't go there either.
No.
I know, but she's doing a block. All right, I'll go with Chase.
All right, Chase. Chase has been I don't know your exact title, marriage and family therapist. Is that good? For many, many years. So, Chase, who said a happy marriage is the union of two good forgivers? Was it Dr. Jack Rothenberger? Was it Billy Graham? Was it David McKinley? Was it Ruth Bell Graham?
That's a really good question. And
It's a really good quote.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a really good answer, Chase. You know what I mean?
This is something that most folks don't know because it's not published very much. But I'm going to go with B, Billy Graham.
Billy Graham.
I'm going to disagree.
Disagree. You are correct.
And I will be doing marriage counseling this week. Call me on my cell.
There you go. Well done, Roger. 1-1. Yay! Woohoo! Okay, hold tight. Stay there. Diane, you've seen what you've won already. It's there waiting for you on the table, the basket of lovely things. Roger, you can have some fun at Starbucks.
Right up your alley.
Well done. Very well played. Thank you, everybody. You may be seated. Don't go away. We're not quite done, but we're almost done. Okay? Hold tight. Yes, you can